What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the WiseTake MLB DFS Wise Stream. CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And I, of course, am from the WiseTake Nation, which you can find on all the social media platforms listed above directly at WiseTake.com. If you're looking to take your DFS game to the next level, we are a premium DFS content provider as well as a DFS community designed to help make you a better DFS player. Go check us out. Day Pass is available if you want to try us out. WiseTake.com. That being said, if you're new to this channel, welcome. You've come to the right place for some free fire DFS content. So make sure you subscribe, hit notifications bell. Don't miss out on any of the free content we put out. Currently covering MLB slates Monday through Friday, meaning we stream live Sunday night through Thursday night with our first look right here on YouTube. We got NFL preseason already rolling. We've got going to be coming up, going to be setting up some sort of prep show, little NFL preparation show with myself, Patio Joe, Paulie D, soon. Still got some time. Not covering any preseason content currently. Just too busy with baseball and everything else, and it's pretty much down to me and Paulie at this point, and Joe be helping out for NFL. So we're just gonna go right into it. With week one, which, by the way, expect for anyone interested, expect the early bird or the season pass for NFL to be dropping soon. I'll be putting out the season pass at WiseTake.com. Gonna look out for that. But we also got all sports anyway. So anyway, shout out to those of you who are hanging out with us now. Leonard, already on it. Leonard's ready, man. He's ready for the new week. He's ready for Monday. He's in the chat before we even started, talking about his Don watches with Merrifield. Leonard is on it. Pat Bush, what's going on, bro? Weekend was good. Weekend was out, it was a weekend. Nice little break in the week. Hopefully yours was good, man. And I appreciate the love, man. Says he's glad to be watching the live stream. I appreciate it, man, and expect some more coming for NFL and then eventually NBA, man. We appreciate your support, no doubt, Pat. Leonard said Cole's one of those pitchers. If I take, he stinks. If I don't, he's fine. We'll definitely talk about him. He's expecting to make his return from the COVID lists. Jason says he made it, man. Glad you could make it, bro. Good to see you. Chad Rank, the burgundy shirt is fire. You like the red shirt, huh? You like it? You like the red shirt? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right. So, now that the greetings are done, we've got a 10-game slate to address to start off on Monday, to start off our week strong. As far as recap goes, I did not do well Sunday or Saturday, but I did do well Friday. Had a pretty good little day. Unfortunately, did a lot of damage Saturday and Sunday, which counteracted a lot of what I did on Friday. So, looking to get back to the build as we continue to, increase our bankroll for football. And you do want to increase bankroll for football, even though it's once a week. Because it's once a week, you want to go hard, right? That's just what it is. Anyway, on to it. Garrett Cole. We've seen a lot of everything from Garrett Cole. A lot of high upside, a lot of blow ups. Ever since the whole sticky stuff ban or whatever, we've seen a different Garrett Cole. I will say this: the Angels right now. I know if we look at the Angels and where they rank on the season, against righties. Just make sure this one's against righties. I think it is. How this done? Yeah. Okay. This is the right shit. Versus righties. So what do we got here? Angels. Where are the Angels? Here, so 23.7%. This number was low at the start of the season when they had Trout, Rendon, Right now, if you look at the lineup individually, they actually do strike out a pretty good amount. Shout out to Mr. J.A. Good to see you, bro. Xandru Vlad. What's up, bro? So this is, I think, a really good matchup for him. You obviously got Ohtani. You got to deal with in that short porch. You got Jared Walsh, another power lefty, but a lot of righties in his lineup. Hard to argue against Garrett Cole. The only problem is we don't have a lot of good pitchers, right? We don't have a lot of pitchers that people are going to really want to stomach, right? That's an issue for us. So expect high ownership. but it's genuinely hard to find reasonable pivots. Kevin Gausman would be that next guy, and I think that his ownership is going to be up there because there's just not a ton of pitching. But because he's expensive, maybe, and we do have a lot of bats on the slate to like. We have a lot. Maybe we see Gausman, fairly low homes. Simply because if you're going up there, you're going to Cole, right? And he's almost too expensive to pair with Cole for most people. He's at home in a great park against the Mets, who just got swept at home. They're in must-win status, and they got swept at home. Morale must not be good. I would think morale's not good. Frankie Montas has a shitty park for pitching out in Chicago. The White Sox park is very hitter-friendly. 26.4% K rate, 3.73 Sierra, 3.67 xFIP. White Sox can strike out with the best of them now. They can. But the White Sox are also getting healthy. And they also have a 108 WRC plus against righties. Not exactly an easy matchup. But again, ownership should be low. I don't think a ton of people are going to really want to do that. Touki Toussaint. I think this is your DraftKings chalk. And I think he'll be popular on FanDuel too because there is Coors on this slate. And Coors looks pretty juicy. Spoiler alert. So I think a lot of people are going to want to either get Cole or they're going to want to come down here and be able to spend up on bats. And on DraftKings, this looks like a pretty obvious like chalk pairing, right? Cole and Toussaint in Miami, very good pitching park against the Marlins, very bad offense. Touki Toussaint, his xFIP and Sierra have risen to above 4, but his K rate still 24%. So expect that. After that, man, there's just not a ton of people that I feel totally comfortable with. It is our first look, but there's nobody popping off the page at us that's like, must look at this, right? There's just nothing popping off the page. We'll move on to bats. So we got Coors, obviously. Ryan Weathers has been awful. He has been terrible. And now he's playing a Rockies team that's not very good, but has woken up a little bit more lately. And if you look at them against lefties, a 174 ISO, a 331 WOBA, a 21.2% K rate. One of the best numbers for a team with such a low WRC plus against lefties. You see right there with Atlanta. Right behind Atlanta, who's got a 187 ISO. And this game's in Coors, and Weathers has been terrible, right? So the Rockies actually a really good spot for the Rockies. But again, the Rockies suck. So ownership can be an issue, but they got guys, and they fit Weathers before. I think it's San Diego. Crone, Connor Joe. I think they hit some home runs against this dude. I think they blew up on him. I do. Chad Rank says, don't sleep on Griffin Jax. Talk to me about him, man. Let me know about Griffin Jax. We haven't seen anything just yet. It is Cleveland, but Cleveland's been kind of hot. So lay some facts on me in the chat. What you know about Griffin Jax, man? What should we be digging in on him, bro? You let me know. Hey, man, I'm with it, man. 10 people watching, and only 3 likes. Drop a like, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. I like that. Padres on the other side of this against Senzatella. Senzatella, the troll of all trolls. We've seen him with a 16% K rate just kind of skate through teams and just not really get beat up a whole ton. But he's playing a Padres offense that should be recharged now that they have Fernando Tatis back, who went apeshit in his first game. I think 2 home runs and a double. I think he scored most of the runs for his, I don't know, some crazy shit. Cronenworth has also been hot. So expect the Padres to get some love, rightfully so. Hard to argue. Then we go into the other teams, right, outside of Coors. And Matt's first up, Tampa Bay Rays against Matt Harvey. Rays are a little banged up, but they still got plenty of lefties to throw at Harvey. Harvey has always kind of struggled with lefties. Park is not good, but if you're going to take a team in Tampa Bay, it's typically Tampa because they're a team that has played well there, right, historically. If we look at Tampa against righties, 194 ISO, 111 WRC plus, and a 25.5% K rate, but Harvey himself only with a 16.5% K rate. So the Rays are probably one of my favorite pivots to start. The Yankees are at home in hitter-friendly Yankee Stadium against Jose Suarez, he really hasn't been awful. The Yankees have played a whole lot better. Yeah, they've crept up to tie Toronto for second in WRC plus against lefties at 112. Now the ISO is only 167. That's not great, but a 333 WOBA is respectable looking at their peers, right? So the Yankees are a very interesting offense, and they're at home. It's where we like to play them typically. Excuse me, heartburn from the pizza. The Cincinnati Reds against Justin Steele. The numbers you see here are very small sample size. He pitched out of the bullpen for a while before going back down to the minors and being used in certain spots as a starter or whatever. This game's in Cincinnati, very hitter-friendly park. Cincinnati's offense is playing really well right now. So you got to add Cincinnati to that list. So yes, there is Coors, and Coors is in a phenomenal spot. But we do have other spots that are appealing that may have lower ownership. And I'm assuming that Coors is going to be popular because there was a period where it wasn't. Like, Coors is always popular. There was a little period where it wasn't because Coors wasn't doing shit. And then all of a sudden it started going ape shit every day. But I definitely think people will start to get to it. The Astros. Astros, not a great park in Kansas City, but Carlos Hernandez is beatable. He's been getting by with strikeouts, and that's something the Astros are really tough. It's tough to strike them out. Maybe not necessarily this banged up lineup they have now. Remember, they're missing Bregman. I feel like they're missing more people, but maybe not. I guess that's it. Well, at least the key players, right? I know they just lost. What's his name? Kyle Tucker just got hurt. But the Astros will be very low owned. They're obviously one of the best offenses in the league. I think they lead the league in WRC plus against lefties and righties, correct? Yeah, against righties 118, against lefties 117. I mean, I'm just going to mention them every time that I think they're not going to be chalk, right? The A's. I think the A's are a very interesting team here. Now, I don't always take teams against the White Sox because they have a really good bullpen. But the A's are getting a massive, massive park boost. For them to go into this small hitter-friendly Chicago park is a massive park boost for them. And they're going up against a good team, man. The White Sox are a good team. But Dallas Keuchel, he has a really nice 55% ground ball rate. Really, that's strong. But the A's are known to be a fly ball hitting team. 14% K rate means we should get a lot of balls put into play. We've seen a couple games already recently where Keuchel's given up like 3 homers in a game. He's done it like twice in the last few starts. I think Oakland is a very interesting pivot in tournaments. And that's going to take us to the things to watch. Wade Miley. I'm not a big Wade Miley guy. I don't think anybody really is a Wade Miley guy, but he's in a shitty park. He's playing the Cubs. Cubs have instantly become one of the worst offenses in the league. But as you saw what they did to Jesus Luzardo, I think that they may be better against lefties. And while Miley has a 3 ERA, his xFIP and Sierra tell us that maybe he's not as good as he's been. Maybe he's got some regression coming. So I don't know if I trust it. And I want to know from y'all in the comments which way you would lean in that one. Braves against Braxton Garrett. We've seen a couple big games from him, but his numbers don't really indicate that he's anything special, at least not yet. I know he's a young prospect from Miami, but this game is in Miami, a big park, but it's Atlanta. Another good offense. We just saw Atlanta. WRC plus is really low, 93. But their ISO is really high at 187. But this game's in Atlanta. Last but not least, the Giants against Rich Hill. Rich Hill, not very good these days, right? The Giants, like the last couple seasons, were just lefty mashers. It's kind of been different this year. They've been better against righties this year. But they're a very good offense, a very good team. Mets are not playing well. Bullpen got lit up tonight. The bullpen's been just exhausted because the starters are having a hard time giving them quality starts. So, something else to keep an eye on. And Dog Watch. And we're out of here. Dog Watch, who's going deep? Matt Chapman, number 1. Matt Chapman's been on fire. It's about time. But he has been on fire. He's going to get a soft toss and lefty. And Dallas Keuchel. We'll go Matt Chapman, number 1. Brandon Lau, number 2. He had a day off on Sunday. He was pretty damn hot lately. Lefty against Matt Harvey. We'll go with him. Number 3, CJ Cron. In Coors, man. At home against the lefty. He already has a homer off of him. Ryan Weathers, that is. And now he's back in Coors. So we'll go with CJ Cron as the final Dong Watch call. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for this edition of the WiseTake MLB DFS Wise Stream. I appreciate those of you hanging out with me live. Appreciate those of you who took time to watch after the fact. If you haven't hit the like button, please make sure you do on your way out. Hope to see you around the WiseTake Nation at wisetake.com. Hope to see you around the Slack chat, which is available for monthly subscribers or higher. But if not, I better at least see you tomorrow for the next show. That being said, for myself and the entire WiseTake Nation, as always, good luck.